Okay, we're back with another Pat's Hacks. Today, he's going to take over the channel and he's going to talk a little bit about how our family is already prepared for power outages, and then also what we do when the power does go out for a short period of time or for an extended period of time. So I'm gonna give it to him because
you should.
Yes, as I should. Although again, I should probably learn this as well. But he's going to share all these things with you and hopefully you learn something.
All right. Hey everybody, Pat's Hacks number 2. We're gonna go over power outage preparedness. I'm gonna show you kind of like what we do, what we have around the house, just in case of an emergency. First things first, in any type of emergency preparedness when it comes to power outages is to have a generator. So it runs our refrigerators, our freezers, the well pump, because we don't have city water here, the furnaces for the heat. You know, those are like the main things that you would need to have when you lose power. Any emergency power outage situation, like what we have in our house, I'm gonna show you exactly what we do. We have a backpack that hangs in our mudroom closet. We all know where it is, the kids know where it is, and it has all the essential things you need for like an immediate power outage, right? So power goes out, whoever's closest, hey, go grab the bag, everybody meet in the dining room. And this is where we start. So the first thing that we have are flashlights. Gotta have flashlights because you need some type of light right away. So what I have, which is pretty cool for us and the kids, is we do like the headlamps. So like me and my wife, you know, we have the more powerful headlamps on just in case we have to walk around the house. You know, we need both hands to pick things up, move things around. I gotta drag the generator out. At least I have light, but both of my hands are also accessible. And then we have different colors for the kids, all their favorite colors. We've got pink, green, and blue. So they think it's fun to put the little headlamp on as well. Also, another good thing to have is like a 360-degree light as well. Some type of lantern, one of these tabletop lights, just so it gives more light for the entire room. So you're not just like set on the headlamp or just a regular flashlight for one small area. So we have a couple of these in the bag as well. Throw them on the table, turn them on, you got light for the whole room. Next thing, simple lighter for candles. Next thing on the list, something that is very important that might not seem too important, but I have a hand crank radio. So basically AM, FM radio, you can have it on, you know, off to the side on your table just to listen for, I don't know, updates in the area for weather. You know, I don't know if your town has its own like link to a radio station just to see what's going on. What's also cool about this is that it does have a built-in flashlight in it, as well as charging ports for cell phones if you need to. So this is battery operated. It's got a couple AAA batteries in it, but then also the crank, right? That also powers this thing up. It's actually pretty cool. Next, what we have in the bag, extra batteries, because things run out of battery, right? Next thing, which don't actually, you know, really need, but hand warmers, just in case it gets cold. Kids have the hand warmers, put them in their pockets. Simple and easy. Don't take up a lot of room, good stuff. Next, snacks. Granola bars, snacks for the kids, just something where everybody's sitting at the table. If they're hungry, got a little snack so we're not running around the house in the dark trying to look for things. Simple. Next thing, games. Games for the kids. My kids love Uno. They can sit here and play Uno all day long. So just another something good to have. Also playing cards, just a good idea to have inside a bag. Keep the kids busy while you're running around stressed out trying to get power back on. Also a fun thing, glow sticks. We have a few of these in there as well. The kids like cracking them, shaking them up, and then hanging them from like the light. They think it's really funny. So another good thing to have. Also an extra light source. Last but certainly not least, a first aid kit. Everybody runs to the table, you know, we have a first aid kit just in case something happens, someone trips, gets a little boo-boo, they're all set with the first aid kit. So also another good thing to have. And then just, you know, you don't need a huge backpack for all of these items. It's pretty easy. So one of the more important things in the entire backpack is that radio. Might seem silly, but it's also kind of not, right? We have the local radio station on a piece of masking tape on the back so the kids can always get to it if, you know, they want to listen to music or get back to the actual AM station to listen for updates. One of the reasons that I like it a lot is because when you lose power automatically, like we're in a dead zone for cell phones. We have very bad service, so we have to hook up through our Wi-Fi, right? So if we lose the Wi-Fi and power and everything, that could be a big problem. So having the radio is a good thing because now you can listen to, hey, maybe it was just a car that hit a telephone pole. Power companies out there are gonna have it fixed in just, you know, a couple hours. Or is there a big problem, at the substation where the electricity comes from, and then it's gonna take days. So if you know you're gonna lose power for a couple days, and let's just say it's the winter, and you know it's gonna get cold, and you don't have heat, you don't have a generator, there are certain little tips you can do to stay warmer, right? Find the most inner room of the house, camp out there, get a tent, sleeping bags, like all of those things. They're all great to have. So with doors and windows, you have gaps in some of them, right? Let a little bit of a breeze in. So what you should do if you're gonna be out of power for a couple days, try and tape off as much of any gap that you can find just to keep the heat in, keep the breeze out. So it's always good to have a mental note, right, of where any of the, let's just say, bigger gaps in the door, say one of the doors is up a little bit higher, a draft comes in, then just good mental note to know that, hey, I should put something in front of that so a breeze isn't coming in, so we stay a little warmer inside the house. So another good thing to have on hand is non-perishable foods, right? Because if you're out of power for a few days and you lose all the food in your refrigerator, in your freezer, you can have a big problem. So just having a lot of canned goods on hand somewhere in your basement, just something in an emergency where like, hey, I'm gonna get hungry in a few days, so all this food's gonna end up going bad. I need something. So we have gas at our house, so we're gonna be able to heat things up. But let's say, hey, I don't wanna eat cold beans for 3 weeks. You wanna start heating things up. You can basically get at any store, or Amazon, Walmart, those portable propane grills, propane skillets. They're very cheap, and they work perfectly. Obviously, heat up your stuff in a well-ventilated area, but that's what I would do if I had an electric stove and wanted some warm food. So then another issue that we would have at our house specifically is because we have a well here, flushing the toilet could be a problem. So when you do lose power, it's always a good idea to, the best you can, fill up your bathtub with water. I know it seems kind of silly, but if you fill your bathtub up with water, each time you use the bathroom, you could take a picture of the water, dump it into the toilet, and it flushes. Because if there's no power and you have a well, your water's not gonna come back up after you start flushing the toilet. Another good thing to keep in mind is so we have 3 kids, and we've taught them over the last couple of years that when power does go out, if everything goes off, the lights go off, what we would do is everybody stops, stays where they are, and myself or Lauren will yell out, Austin, where are you? Noelle, where are you? Landon, where are you? And then we, as the parents, go find them, bring them to the dining room where we have the bag. But it's a good thing to have them prepared so when the lights go out, they don't all freak out and start screaming, then it's chaos and you're trying to find everybody. So we have a specific order of where are you, where are you, where are you? Mommy, daddy, one of us is coming. So I know that was kind of like a fast little breakdown of what we have for an emergency. I'm gonna put a link for all the things that I have in our bag. So if you have any more questions and you want kind of like more of an immediate response, drop a question down in the comments or head over to Lauren's Instagram page. I think she's gonna put up like a sticker or a question box or however she does Instagram. I'll try and check back and answer questions. And then let us know if you are interested in something else. What is the next thing you wanna hear from me? I have a ton of other things, outdoor camping, bug out bag type preparedness stuff. You just let us know.